Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you make your paper stack. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now? 205-964-52439. You know. 205-964-52439. You know.
Thank you, Sean. Okay.
Yeah.
Boom, there we go. We in here. Hopefully they can hear us. You have the right audio that's selected. Okay. Boom. Okay. First pushing up against the window, but welcome to today's live. Don't send the link out yet. I want to catch up on these messages first. Okay. I'm gonna try to do it while we're doing it. So, welcome to today's live wholesale real estate without using your cash or credit. What's today's topic, Jesse? It's
do you really need a title company?
Will you need a title company to wholesale real estate is the title. So we're here to answer your questions about real estate investing with a strong emphasis on wholesaling real estate. Low entry, high reward, opportunity. Where my other phone at?
It's probably in there. I can get it.
So you can post your questions. Where's the card, Ken? Here we go. So you text the word Gator. It's somewhere. Text the word Gator to the number.
It's behind you.
Okay, yeah. Text the word Gator to the number here to join the live stream where you get your own personal one-on-one coaching and seminar. So just text the word Gator to do just that. What else we got? The infamous contract that everyone wants. And that's your superpower. So text the word contract. Text the word contract to this number, 205-964-5243. Ooh, them fries look fresh.
Okay.
They cold. Oh, you need to send them to the microwave. And so, yeah, I'm a little disorganized guy. We're trying to change up our sound thing, and we just sort of put this together today. So just bear with us on it. The word land focuses on land. If you want to definitely get in that arena. This is virtual wholesaling on steroids. So text the word MUD, M-U-D, to the number 205-964-5243. And that video will explain, number one, how to, it's basically a script, but it's also a video that show you how to build lists to target landowners. So we got questions.
All right. Everyone's just saying hello, Footman and ladies. Let's see. Someone said they really want to do this. They just found your channel. Let's Let's see. This one says, "Hey Footman, I did some driving for dollars yesterday and checked on Redfin. It said off market. What does that mean?"
Well, off market. Well, see, sites like Redfin, Zillow, Realtor.com. Those are just property data hubs. Basically, just look at them like residential Googles. So they're going to pull up a property in most cases, whether it's for sale or not. So if it's not currently for sale, it will say off market, which means it's not for sale. But that doesn't mean they won't sell it. It's just they're not actively trying to sell it online. So, which is why we love to target those, because you're the first one to that particular individual that may possibly want to sell a piece of real estate and sell it cheap.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, this is the first question on Instagram. Where can I find your ebook?
You could go to flipmasterclass.com. That's flipmasterclass.com to access the ebook.
All right. Let's see. All right, this is actually the same person on Instagram. Can you wholesale on market properties? That's the first question. And the next question is, where can you find your ARV calculator to use?
All right. What was the first part of that question?
Can you wholesale on market properties?
Well, yeah, you can wholesale properties that are listed, that are on the market, that are listed with an agent or for sale by owner. You can do it. Generally speaking, it's a little bit more difficult to do it than the properties that are not off market, because in most cases, if it's for sale online, number one, it's not a great deal. Now, you can negotiate it into a great deal, but you have to have the right type of buyers for those also. A lot of buyers make it difficult. Well, not really the buyers. A lot of buyers, if it's already advertised online, they don't get as excited because it's something they couldn't have found themselves, even though you may have beat them to it or whatever. But the main thing is that contact information for that seller or that real estate agent is out there, and it's an opportunity to get your deal blown up because they can reach out to them or whatever. Not saying they can't do them when it's off market, but you make it really easy for people that are sometimes just innocently like, why are they trying to sell it, but it's for sale right here at this price, and you're trying to sell it for that price or whatever. And it just causes more confusion. But again, it can be done as long as you know what you're doing. Just you might need to plug that laptop up. Power is right there on the table.
All right. His other part of his question was, where do they find the ARV calculator to use?
Just go to dealator.com. If you text the letters DC for deal calculator, then that will get you over to that. Yeah, DC, like DC Comics. And this video here will really break it down for you to text the letters GD.
All right. This is another question on Instagram from In-State Kid. Are there other ways to find off-market properties without driving for dollars?
Yeah, driving for dollars is definitely not the only way to do this. It's just suggested a lot of times first because of it really doesn't cost much, and it's something you could do today if you wanted to. But people cold call, text messaging, bandit signs, co-wholesaling, direct mail, Facebook ad, Google AdWords, just online ads. What did I say? I think I named most of them, but yeah, there's other methods for sure. It's just one that is suggested because it's something you can do immediate, and if you got transportation, it doesn't cost you that much. Well, gas is pretty high, but you know what I mean, generally speaking.
All right, this one came from the Oil Spot on YouTube. They said, "Can we still get paid right away if a buyer wants to finance a home?"
Someone has to. Can they get paid if someone is going to use a traditional bank loan or mortgage? And generally speaking, no. There's some methods out there, but I wouldn't suggest them because you get into a really gray area because you're dealing with lenders and that whole world. It's very difficult. You got to have some stuff going in your favor that may, like say, be in a gray area there. So ideally, cash buyers are people that have access to private lending or hard money.
All right. This one came from the Jones family on YouTube. They said, "What do I do with homes that have 2,400 or more in back taxes? Who pays that?"
Okay, so if a house has $2,400 in back taxes, okay, it's just another lien on the property. Is it worth $300,000 and you can get it for $150? That's just a drop in the bucket. The $2,400 will just be paid at closing out of their money, out of the seller's funds. Now, if it's a situation where the house is only worth $80,000 and with repairs and everything, the price you need to get the property under contract is $15,000. Same thing. That $2,400 will come out of their $15,000 that the seller is supposed to be getting. So as long as the numbers work, what they owe doesn't matter as long as they're willing to accept that price based on what you need to make the deal work.
Sorry, I didn't know you was recording in the background.
For me?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
you have like the iMovie recording on this computer.
But it ain't running though, is it?
It says recording.
Oh no, you turn it off.
X out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. That's why I was fixing it. Okay, this one says, "Do you need a specific reason to back out during your inspection period, or can you just use the 'I saw something I didn't expect or like'?"
Change your mind, yeah. It ain't what you thought it was going to be.
Okay. This one came from Golden K Gabe. He said, "What's the best tips to run the ARV?"
It's best just to watch this video right here.
I love how they change the question.
Right here.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same
Creative.
question. Yeah.
They're creative.
All right. This one
Inspired.
says, "What list are you guys pulling currently?" Like us. He said, "Also, which ones do you recommend for these days with the market the way that it is? I pulled a lot and none interested in selling."
Okay, this video right here give you a lot of good ways to or lead ideas on pulling list. So text the word list to the number. Then when you say that, how many people did you actually reach out to? Because we experience the same thing. I don't care who you are. That's why you have to talk to a lot of people. When I say a lot, depending on the method that you're using, it can be you're targeting a lot. Let me say that. Thousands of people, so that's why most people, again, it depends on how you're targeting it. I would need to know that, and then how many people did you speak to, so that'll factor in on answering that question in full.
We on Instagram. This is a question we haven't got. When signing a purchase agreement, do you verify the seller's photo ID before signing? That's a good question.
You say when they do what now? I'm trying to get this message to send this text. Yeah, I'm trying to so I can send this text. I hate to be backed up on it before we send the text out because I'll miss the questions whenever I do. So what was the question again, Ken?
They said when signing a purchase agreement, do you verify the seller's photo ID before signing?
No.
We need to know.
And so the question was, do you verify the seller's photo ID whenever you get them to sign a purchase and sales agreement? No, that all come out, in the title process or whatever when you get down the road. You don't have to go that far. But it'll come out. You say, well, I don't want to waste my time. Sometimes that's going to happen, but you you'll lose deals by doing that. Just trust me, it'll be okay.
All right, this one says, at closing, can I use a lawyer to fill my position if I'm unable to be at the closing?
Okay, good question. I never thought about it that way, but someone said at closing, can I use a lawyer to fill my position? So, yeah, yeah, yes, a lawyer could show up um, in your, what am I trying to say? To
Your
represent
place?
you, yeah,
Yeah.
to represent you for sure.
All right, this one asks, can we start doing live calls with your deals?
Can we start doing live calls with the deals?
I think they want to we've gotten this question before, but they want to actually hear what you say or
Well, I have some calls I've
um,
recorded, some videos. That's hard, and I've seen other people do that. I don't know how comfortable. I know I wouldn't be comfortable because you really would need that person's permission if they
yeah,
don't know
to
they
record them.
on live, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That hey, we trying to buy your house or whatever. Um, I don't know. I've never watched one of them, but I've seen like the titles. I don't know how you're pulling that off unless you've already gotten their permission. It's okay to do it or whatever.
Maybe they just want you to role play.
I've actually have calls I recorded, but I edited out like the address, their name and stuff, so you can hear the flow of the call. If you go to YouTube and do Flip Man talking to motivated seller, I have probably about 2 or 3 calls there. Yeah, I got some of them, but it can't be live. It's recorded, so we can edit out, getting
People business.
sued.
Yeah.
So no.
All right.
Again, I'm sure it's possible. You're going to have to get the person permission. That's all it takes away from what you're doing, because it needs to be real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Authentic,
natural.
yeah.
So
All right. This one says, on PropStream, do you look at the market land value or the assessed land value to come up with land price? And is 10% of that correct? The amount you would the amount you would offer to the seller.
well, yeah. So on the land, a better way of doing it is using Zillow in most cases. Won't work for all markets, but 2 ways of going about it. You can just put in the address and remove the numbers, the house numbers or the property numbers. Like at 123 Main Street, just do Main Street, Birmingham, Alabama, right? And so now it'll pull up anything in that general area as far as sold. So what you'll do, you're gonna look at the solds, you're gonna look at the for sales. So if you're in a non-disclosure state, then you won't be able to look at the solds. But in other states, the other 49, I think it is, 39, you can look at the sold property. So now you're going to compare, hopefully something similar in size to yours and what it's sold for. That's sort of near, it'll be on the map there on Zillow. Now on the for sale side of it, you can do the same thing and see the properties that are for sale in that general area. You can just do the zip code. And now you can get an idea of looking at, number one, the size, comparing it to yours. It won't be the exact size in a lot of cases, but close. If something that's 2 acres and yours is 1 acre, the 2 acres is selling for, they're asking 200,000, then yours is going to probably be worth 100,000, right? So not saying that you could go by, because somebody asking that probably don't mean that's the value, but a lot of times you can tell on the sold side of it, if you scroll down and you look at the days, the number of days it's been on the market, and the number of views and saves. So if you look at the number of days, say it's been on the market 5 days and it already has 1,200 views, they're probably pretty close at the price where it needs to be, right? It's probably maybe a little bit over, but they're probably close. And may have 100 saves on that, so, or if it's 5 days and it only has 32 views, then yeah, they probably overpriced tremendously. So you're looking for the stuff that appears to have a lot of views on it in the shortest amount of time as possible. They're probably at the price point where it needs to be. You know, so that was a couple of ways that you can somewhat value for free land.
All right, we got a question on Instagram. I have a hard time finding the owner's information on this house. What do you recommend to do at this point?
They have a hard time finding the owner's information. So when you say owner's information, like, do they mean who owns it or the contact information? Because there's a difference. Wait for your response.
We had someone in the gator room, but he left out, so I don't know if you want to come back. I guess just turn your camera on. So if you want to be added to the gator room or join him on live, you just text Gator GATR to 205-964-5243. Same as every day.
Oh yeah.
This one says, I already read that one. Just kidding. Let's see. What are the best tips to find cash buyers or build a cash buyers list in a small city?
You said what now? Say that again.
What are the best tips to find cash buyers or build a cash buyers list in a small city?
Well, you have to determine a small city. Some people say Birmingham is a small city, but it's big enough for wholesaling. I do know
Right.
that. So you got to define small city. Like what type of population are we talking about in a general area for that market? But if you're talking about small city, in my definition, 20, 30,000 people, 40, 50,000, those are small cities. And we don't even want to talk about stuff under 10,000 or whatever. So it's just going to be hard to eat consistently in markets like that, right? You could probably do deals in cities, $30,000, $40,000. 30 or 40,000 in population. It makes it difficult. When you start talking about 100,000, 150, 250,000 people as far as population, you can make a pretty decent list at that point. So you have to be a little bit more specific in the size, because the way you're going to find cash buyers is going to be the same. I don't care where you are. You just got to have enough cash buyers out there to target.
All right, this one's from Marisha J. She said, how do you do due diligence on a wholesale property so you don't buy a lemon that needs too much work?
All right, say that again, read that again.
How do you do due diligence on a wholesale property so you don't buy a lemon that needs too much work?
Well, now, so they're asking, how do you know if a house has, if doesn't need too many repairs? It's really not a such thing. Well, I guess it could be. Okay, repairs are, you can have a house that's a burnout, but it still can be renovated. It can be burnt, but it still can be renovated. So it's still just going to boil, it's just repairs. How extensive are the repairs is the question, in relation to the ARV and then, of course, what they're asking. So if you're in a neighborhood that's a $60,000 to $70,000 neighborhood, you could have a house that needs $60,000 or $70,000 in repairs. So we know that's not a deal. But if that same situation, if it's in a $400,000 neighborhood and needs $70,000 in repairs, then depending on what they owe and what they're willing to accept, it could easily be a deal because there's enough equity there to capture a possible equity there to make it a deal, again, depending on what they're willing to accept and what they owe. So it still just boils down to the numbers.
All right, back to the guy. He had a question saying that he couldn't find the owners. He said there's no information, but the house next door to it sold for $1.9 million, and it's abandoned with a way of this land. So how can he find that?
Well, the house, if you have the address, it's going to say who owns it. The county is going. That ain't giving me. So have you determined who owns it by looking at if nothing else, the county website to determine who owns it? Once that's determined, now there's going to be different methods to contact them, assuming it's not a lender or anything. But if it's just a person, then yeah, that's going to be somebody's behind it. Whether that person is still alive or not, somebody is next in line in most cases. So now you need a little more information on number one, have you determined the address? Number two, have you used that address to determine owner? You can do that through your county website. You're not sure how to use it, call them and ask them. How do I find out who owns this property? Through the county, one of the county websites. That's what your taxes are paying for. And from there, now you start to do your quote unquote skip tracing.
All right. This is another question on Instagram. Is old vacant commercial banks, is that one of your targets? So are you taking any commercial vacant
Banks?
vacant commercial banks?
Not really focusing on those a lot. What is it? COVID sort of, put a wrench in that side of the business, at least for me.
All right. Can the earnest money be taken out of the deal made?
Everything is negotiable. They're just not normal. Why would once the deal is made and the seller's getting their money, why would they need the earnest money at that point? Because they're getting all their money. Maybe not understanding the question.
Maybe you should identify what the earnest money is.
Yeah, earnest money is basically a deposit letting the seller know, hey, I'm serious about this. Now, the amount is negotiable. I'm $10 serious. I'm $50 serious. That's what I'm willing to lose on this or whatever. So they accept it. It's all negotiable. Now, dealing with real estate agents, normally they want 1,000 or more, but it's all negotiable. There's no law on how much it has to be. It's just whatever a seller and a buyer agree upon, whatever they sign off on. See, he's probably thinking about earnest money because he's thinking about it in terms of dealing with a real estate agent. He probably called them and they gave him the parameters. Hey, this is this. I ain't got no file. I ain't got file. So might be a problem. Honest money. Honest.
All right. Dion Ellison from YouTube said there is a 10-acre lot that I'm looking into, but the land has been on sale for 418 days. Should I pursue this deal?
Well, obviously, what's his name? Dion? Mm-hmm. Obviously, Dion is overpriced. You can make an offer on it, but it's overpriced.
Yeah.
410 days, over a year, it's overpriced.
All right. This one came from Jovi Jones. They said, I got a contract on the duplex. Just found out that 1/3 of the property is on the neighbor's lot. Still got 7 days of due diligence. Should I pull out or let the contract expire?
All right, say that again.
Okay, so this one came from Jovi Jones on YouTube. He said he has a contract he has a contract on a duplex. He just found out that 1/3 of the property is on the neighbor's lot. He still has 7 days of due diligence left. He said, should I pull out or let the contract expire?
He said something about he just found out. What was that part he just found out?
1/3 of the property is on the neighbor's lot.
On the neighbor's lot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's existed the whole time.
Yeah.
What is the neighbor saying? Is there an agreement there or something? Some form of an easement? Just a mistake?
Not sure. Okay, this one came from Golden K Gabe. He said, what's the best opening line you can give, also the ways you present yourself to a seller and the child. Let me read this again. What's the best opening line you give, also the ways you present yourself to a seller and within buyer to assigning the contracts? So what's the best opening line you can give, when you cold calling?
Okay, so when you cold calling, okay, yeah. So what's the best opening line that you can give whenever you're cold calling. Okay, so hi, my name is Ty. That rhymes on it. That was a lyricist. Hi, my name is Ty.
The boy got bars.
Hi, my name is Ty. I'm calling to speak to the owner about buying their property at 123 Main Street. Do I have the right person? The second part of that question, something about a buyer.
What kind of ways can you present yourself to the seller and buyer when assigning the contracts? Or I guess, how should you?
Now the buyer side of it, if you have a deal, that conversation is fairly easy. Now, if you're just trying to network with someone, if you're trying to network for someone, then with a buyer, then try to be as short as possible. Time is money, right? Don't sound like you're reading a script. Introduce yourself. Let them know you're gonna have some deals. If they have time, either you can talk to them right then about what they're looking for and so on, or they can send you an email or text with that information whenever they have a moment. So just be respectful of people's time and understand you're calling them out of the blue if that's a phone call, and you never know what they're going through the course of their day. It may just come from a project and now they found out it didn't need a roof when they bought it, but now they figured out it does need a roof. All of that means someone's mindset may not be ready for your call.
All right.
You can go ahead and send that message out. Now I'm good.
Okay. This one says, can you sell a property while the seller still keeps the lot?
Well, I guess anything can be negotiated, but normally, you mean the house that the lot is sitting on?
I'm guessing so.
Yeah, the house that, it's sort of hard to do that, but anything can be negotiated. I guess they have what they call a ground lease, I guess. I don't know, but that normally doesn't happen in residential real estate. So now if it's an additional lot, like the house is sitting on one lot and then there's additional lot on the side or the rear of the property, then yeah, that's possible. But the lot that the house is sitting on, they normally go together like like a hamburger and a bun, all sesame seed.
All right, this is on Instagram. When you do a lease to purchase, you will split the cost with the seller and yourself. They're excellent.
A lease to purchase?
Yes, lease to purchase.
Now a lease option, lease to purchase or whatever. I'm not sure what they mean by the cost. Cost of what? Some interesting questions today. At least the way they're being posed. Maybe it's the readers.
No. Reread this question. All right, this is another question on Instagram. I have a seller that wants $300K for a property, but the estimate is $260K. However, the ARV is around $350 to $400. Could this be a deal? The seller wants to sell their property for $300K. All right, they had an estimate for $260, and however the ARV is around $350 to $400. So you're looking at $300.
Okay, so $300. They want to sell. The ARV is $350. They want to sell for $300. I don't know where that other number comes from.
The ARV is like $250 to $400. I guess from what they did. $250
to $400 or $350. Well, we're gonna use the lower number. So on the surface, that's not a deal. That's what this video here will help you with. On the surface, that's not a deal.
So go check that video out.
All right. This says, do you need a separate phone number for bandit signs and in general for wholesaling?
Okay, so someone asking, do you need a separate phone number for bandit signs? Ideally, you need separate phone numbers for your marketing, different methods of marketing, because ideally you want to be able to track your leads and where they're coming from. So now you can determine what's working well and what's not working so well. So what's working well, guess what? You want to do more of that. What's not working so well, you want to try to fix it to make it start to work very well. So one of the ways of doing that is through different phone numbers. So you'll have a phone number for bandit signs. You have a phone number for text messaging. Your platform may have multiples for that. You'll have a phone number for cold calling. You may have multiples for that. For direct mail, you have a different phone number or numbers. So you want to know where your phone numbers. For your website, you'll have a different phone number. So you want to have those different numbers so you can track what's happening. Again, the phone is not the only way people communicate, but it's probably up there. What would you all say is ranks? Number one?
Number one.
Yeah, because you can do text and call.
Mm-hmm.
Got to be number one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's two? What's number two?
Social media. That's on the phone though.
Well, it don't have to be.
Yeah.
Don't have to be. Yeah.
All right.
You cold?
I think because I'm drinking it.
I'm about to torch up here.
That's because you're drinking coffee or tea or whatever that is.
Anyways, this one says it's your boy Qualis. Equalis. Look at the name. He said, "Do you think dual agencies is a good strategy if you have $500 to $1,000 to spend?"
A dual agency?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how the money would be. If he could explain that more. I'm not sure how the money would apply on that.
Okay. Ali, lead singer. I see you in the chat or trying to join. I don't know if you know your camera was on, but if you want to join, just let us know by turning your camera back on. This one says, how can you wholesale a vacant off-market house if the owner is deceased and has no family to narrow down the title work? You can't do nothing about it.
How can you wholesale a house where the owner is deceased and has no family to narrow down the title work? I guess that's possible, ain't it? You could literally have no family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what do they do about people who are adopted? Like,
well, that's still your family because they were adopted. They say they're more kin to your folks than you are. What they say? As for the law, that's their family. So, if there's no family, what happens to that property? At some point, it just goes to the state. At some point, or back to the bank if it's a foreclosure or something. That's easy. But if they don't owe anything, and taxes are not being paid, so at some point it just goes back to the state.
oh yeah,
and then somebody pick it up that way. So if they don't have any family, Jessica,
Oh, that should be
I don't know. Huh? Or what?
I said it should be a filter.
No family?
People like, you know how they got people who got liens and stuff, they should have the ones, or time landlords, but they should have the ones that just like.
Oh, no family?
Yeah, like,
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad though, but
Yeah,
it's like we want to them.
I guess that's probably, just think about it. Okay, I don't even know what scenario I can come out. I was about to say you could outlive everybody. Because you could be, just think about it, if you, I'll give you an example. But it still means you got family because they may have had, it would have to be for like a few generations, everybody only just had one child, right? You know what I'm saying? Maybe like started and then if one of them lives to like 100, like, you know what I'm saying? That can literally be no family at that point.
But I don't think
Now you can people get wiped out or whatever. I'm trying to not go that far or whatever, but I'm just saying that could literally lead to no family if you live that long.
Tell me they'll keep like digging and digging just to find the family member, like.
Well, yeah, sometimes that happens. That happens. You know that
for years and years.
And well, you know what? And this is what my girl, what her name, Kelly. Kelly said, "Yo, use what ancestry. Oh, how you say it? Ancestry.com or 24E or what? No, that's the workout place. 23andMe. Use one of those.
Don't they have to?
Or before you spend that type of money, use Intellus.com.
Don't they have to get the close nearest relative? You know how you go to your kids and then so on and so on.
Well, yeah, that's what he's saying there's no one. What he's saying. So.
But I'm saying when you
I'm
do
assuming
find somebody on ancestry.com, whatever, that could be far distant. But how you going to determine which one closer to you versus the book? Like, what if they can?
That's what the ancestry will tell you to break that down. It's supposed to break all that down. I've never done it before. You ever done anything like that before?
So how they know about it?
Well, so I'm sure somebody out there watching, they could probably, briefly describe how it's broken down or whatever.
I wish somebody would call me saying somebody left me a $9 billion stuff.
But they sold it. They couldn't reach you.
Better luck next time.
Why you talking to me now then?
No, I'm reaching out to everybody. I needed that. That was my people.
All right. I want to add him to the room. I guess he was waiting on us. All right, I'm gonna ask another one while we wait on him. But this one says, "How do I obtain separate numbers?"
Well, one service you can use is it's others out there, but it's Vumber.com instead of the word number with the N. Replace the N with a V as in Victor. Vumber.com. Pretty decent service. Like I said, there's others out there that are probably better, but that's what we've been rolling with for a minute.
All right. Where can they send deals if they want to do deals with you?
Well. We got a card for that, but you're gonna text 5050. Oh, I didn't put this up today. Before I give you that, if you need to know if you have a great deal or not, you need us to do an ARV for you, text FUP to this number. But if you want to partner on houses, text 5050 to the number. And on self-storage and apartments, text units. We got one more here. Text units. But yeah, that's how you do that.
All right. This one says, "Where do you recommend to buy cash buyer lists?"
There you go, man. Text the word buyers to this number. This video will explain.
Okay. This one says, "Did you get your start in real estate investing, wholesaling? How did you get your start, and how long did it take you to have enough consistent income from it to make it your main priority?"
So how did I start in real estate investing? So yeah, I started basically with wholesaling and lease options. My very first, I put out some bandit signs, and my very first two calls were deals. One of them was a lease option opportunity that eventually blew up in my face. I had to give the lady back $5,000, whatever you call it, $5,000 down payment that was going all in my pocket. Second deal I did close, which was a wholesale deal. How long did it take for me where it in my main income source? Within that first year, I could have quit my job, but I didn't, but I could have.
All right.
What I think he doing, he probably right off of it to go so we don't know
Yeah.
like
What happened?
when you when he's in the home, but he keep probably doing stuff on his phone.
Oh, he's on his phone, you think?
Yeah, because it shows. There you go. Yes, he shows his face.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. This
Ali,
one said.
Ali Lee.
This one said they had a survey done to gather lot info, and they have not talked to the neighbors of the target property. Oh, this is about the one where some of the duplex is on the neighbor's
Mm.
property. But they said that they had the survey done to gather lot info. They've not talked to the neighbors of the target property. Seemed like it would be an issue to sell target property with lot issues.
I'm not sure. That's where a real estate attorney will become valuable, advising you how that would work and what are your options. So that's where you'll have to seek out an attorney. I couldn't answer that question.
Yeah. He said the owner seemed surprised to find out part of his property was on the
Yeah,
neighbor's
they probably
lot.
didn't know.
Yeah.
Probably didn't know.
All right. This one says, should I keep the address out of the description? Because some people be trying to steal deals.
Yeah, should you include the address of the property in your ads online? No, just maybe the neighborhood, obviously, and just other information about the property, photos, video, if possible. But the actual address, no, keep it. No, you only give that out whenever someone reaches out to you.
All right. This one came from Casanova. Casanova on YouTube. They said, "How can I ask my cousin if they would sell one or all three empty houses to me without them thinking negative of me? Their parents passed recently, and all three houses are to her and the brother. Offers are
Wow,
free."
that's a tough one. So, how does she approach her cousin, where her parents recently passed away and left her three houses? Is what I'm understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know how well you know your cousin. You never know how someone is going to act in a potentially emotional situation like that. Is a death of loved ones. I don't know when would give you a good time to do that, Jessica. What do you think?
Um, Maybe not now if it's fresh.
Define fresh.
You know fresh, because you talking about fresh fries.
Probably like,
Always fresh fries.
I mean, fresh is like it's not been, you know, weeks. You know what I'm saying?
5 weeks, 8,
At
9,
5 and 8, I would say something.
5 weeks, a month, a month, a month,
I
a
would
month,
say a
a
month.
month and a week.
Because if you can see that they not, because if you can see that they not doing nothing like, you know, with it, or you know how people be talking about stuff, and your mom and them be like, oh, they got them houses over there, and you know they ain't about to do nothing with them. You know, maybe you could just be like, oh, hey, you got auntie them house, didn't it? So y'all gonna sell them or? Oh, okay. You know, just ease it in there. Yeah. Why don't I think what
That
I would
don't
do
sound
is,
good.
you
I don't
know,
like that, Jello.
I don't know. I think what I would do
I'm
is,
about to hang up on you, man.
well,
My
I'ma
mama
ask
just
them in
died.
their face.
Hey, hey,
I'm
bro,
gonna ask them in their face. I ain't gonna ask them on the phone. But maybe they should get somebody like how when we be saying if you live in an apartment and you know that the landlord trying to say, hey, Ali, don't turn your camera off because I haven't seen you. But they should get like a partner, somebody else who don't know the cousins, to go to them and ask, and then you know they don't know. And I know that sounds shady, but you gonna make the deal or not?
Look how he looking.
You want to make the money or
bring
not?
my man on, man. Bring Judge Ali on.
It's bad. Everybody ain't got to know everything.
What's happening, man? She cold blooded, ain't she, man? What's up, Ali?
Oh, tell him your microphone.
Yeah, turn your mic on.
Yeah.
Oh, my fault. Yeah, nice to meet you, man. God bless you, son. God bless you.
Same here, man.
I've been watching your videos, man. just been following you, just been watching thoroughly, because you don't see nobody who like yourself, millionaire or self-made millionaire entrepreneur, who would give information like you giving and for free. Like that's unreal.
No problem, man. I hope it helps, man. What were you live streaming from?
I'm live streaming right now. I'm from New Jersey, but I'm in Pennsylvania.
Okay, you're on what they call South Jersey. You know what
No,
they
I'm
call
not.
it?
No, I'm Central Jersey, North New Jersey. That's Essex County, but then I'm in Pennsylvania in the Poconos. So we're in Central Time.
Oh, okay. I don't know why when I hear
We're
New
East
Jersey, you
Coast.
say you're close to Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
I'm assuming you're close to Philly. So you're
yeah,
not close to there.
yeah. Pennsylvania long, Philadelphia like 4 hours from here.
Oh, okay. See, I don't know nothing. I don't know anything. Okay,
Yeah.
correct me,
He's
man.
just saying
I'm
stuff.
just saying stuff. All right. Well, hey, what you got, man? What you got going up there?
Well, I was recently. I'm still a truck driver, but I just had to fix some things. You know, I think I'm a professional driver, so I think I could drive better than anybody with speeding. So I had to take a little job working at the resort out here in Pennsylvania, and I'm a linen driver. So I'm doing that at the time, and trying to launch my athletic clothing wear, Chase Athletics, and trying to do this.
What's your website for Chase Athletic?
Well,
What?
I've been procrastinating for so long because of situations on type of situation, obstacles, and it's
Yeah.
just like I had the web page up, but I didn't.
He froze.
Turn your mic back on.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
I don't think you can hear us.
Yeah, well, he can't hear us. We can't hear you, Ali.
It's not muted. I'm not sure what's going
We can't hear you.
Let me see.
on. Tell him come back.
Yeah, leave and come back in.
Yeah, come back. Yeah, come back.
I just want to give an update. The person said that the family had passed in December and all the houses in Birmingham. It's April 9.
Oh, yeah, it's April now. Okay,
You go
Jeff.
on and talk to them.
Okay, all right.
Hey, what y'all done did with Auntie them houses?
So what you gonna say first?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Keep your hands
Okay.
up. Don't be like
Yeah.
If they come over there.
I passed by there the other day. Ain't nobody living in there. It look like it's vacant. Okay. What y'all gonna do with them?
Okay.
You need to send them the tithe. So we can call and then we can be the one that do the dirty work. Okay.
I'll be there.
All right.
My
We got
bad.
your back, man.
My fault.
No problem.
I don't know what part I left off on. I don't know what.
Oh, you was telling us about your what you had going on as for your truck driver. You had your clothing line, your sports clothing line.
Mhm.
And I asked you about your website. You said you have been procrastinating to get that up or whatever. So that's what
Yeah, because I really have no help. Really, people don't help me. I start stuff and I started and I won't finish it because of the lack of help I get, the support I get. So it's like I was told, Ali, you got too many goals. You can't focus on every goal. You got to focus on one goal at a time. So now I'm on this focus right here. It is wholesale housing, flipping stuff like this, wholesale housing. I'm completely drawn to this. I never went straight in and gave money like this, like I did. I did paid the whole 167. I said, forget about it. It's worth it. This man right here is worth it. He's giving us free information, even if we don't want to continue to play or to stay with him. And it's better yet, I got to meet you live, man. So I know it's a reason it's gonna work. This is it for me.
Oh yeah, make it happen, man. At the end of the day, get that phone ringing. Get phones ringing, yours and theirs. Right, that's the name of the game. There's no magic wand being waved. It's all about generating daily leads. So you can make it happen, man. You're doing what you need to do. You're here, so you're trying to educate yourself, build that foundation, give yourself the best chance to succeed.
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem at all, Ali. Join us again, man.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm not going nowhere.
All right, my man.
All right.
Have a good evening.
You too.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yes. Okay. Let's see.
I guess we do the topic.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so the topic for today is: will you need a title company to wholesale real estate? Now,
What's going on the thumbnail?
I don't know what's going on with the thumbnail. Well, see, the barber is asking the question I just asked, and he's asking me, true or false? Do you need a? You said what's going on?
I thought you was getting a facial.
Oh, yes, but what is he doing? Well, okay, so he just shaved my head, right?
Okay.
And so now he's applying some ointment there. He's just applying some ointment, to make my skin look, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And that's what my barber do. He apply. I don't be laid all back like that, huh? No, because I automatically grease up. Yeah, just to skin care. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but now let me just say this. Now you have to use some type of cream to shave with. Some people use just the normal foam shaving cream, but my barber, he uses, I don't even know what it is. He changed up so much, but it's more like a lotion type feel to it. It's sort of like slick like that, and so it just makes it easy for him to. To shave off them bristles. Oh, I get cut sometimes. Shave off some of them bristles. Sometimes you can't have. Sometimes my big toe, I got something going on up here, and I forget to tell. And so, and you really can't even do that because then it might hit you again. You know what I'm saying? So, but normally he's pretty good about not cutting. He's been doing it 30 years, so he knows what he's doing. But yeah, that's what I normally do, like a squirt there and rub it all in. That's the grooming. They said, why don't you do it yourself? I probably could. Well, no problem. The problem is I can't line my beard up and stuff. I can't line that up myself. You know what I'm saying? So, I just need, just the interaction, being that talk, normally he only take one person at a time, so it's not like a lot of other people in there or whatever. So
he's not getting the barbershop experience.
I was going to a play like that, and
I'll be liking it when I get my hair done. I'll be wanting it.
Well, see, let me just tell you. I hope he ain't watching this, but I'm just telling the truth. I was going to another barbershop where I was getting, like you say, the barbershop experience, but I go twice a week, right? So that's going to be, the dude I'm going to, that's $80 a week. That'll pay some. That's $320 a month. So when I reach out to you, I think I should need some. I think I should get some pretty good. No, I went to somebody else that appreciates my business. That is part of the tip. It costs $32, and I'm tipping $8. That's more than 20%, ain't it? Yeah. I'm tipping $8. So 40. That's $320. That'll pay some. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. All right. So anyway. Huh? Yeah, I'm going twice a week in most cases. Yeah. So that's one of them first world deals. But anyway, so if I'm cheap. A lot of stuff I'm cheap on, but some stuff we all got our stuff. We'll spend more money we probably should spend. That's probably one of them. I don't think it made me look no better.
Just like women with nails and getting their hair done.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
I pay more if I know she gonna do it well.
Yeah. Yeah. So he gonna give me special attention. I hit him up Sunday morning. I say, man, you ain't in the shop today, are you? I'll be there in 20 minutes. That's all I need to hear. I hadn't even took a shower yet. I throw on clothes. And hey, I'm there, man. Wipe my face. So yeah.
Topic.
So anyway, the topic. What's the topic?
Do you need a title?
Will you need a title company to wholesale real estate? Of course you do. Mm-hmm. All right. Do you need one before you start? Now that's the question, right? Now some people tell you need to have your team lined up or whatever, an agent, a real estate agent, a real estate attorney, a title company, if that's how it goes down in your state. Who else they say you need? A couple more people, right? That'd probably be cool to do. But a lot of times that keeps people from starting. I'm all about starting, assuming you've educated yourself first, right? So starting. Title companies, now some states are attorney states and only attorneys can close deals, but they may still obviously use title companies to do all the title work and title insurance and all that. But for the sake of this particular topic, a title company, and some people will buy properties without using a title company. That's where a quick claim deed comes into play. I don't ever suggest doing that, right? Because you never know what's attached to a property. A lot of times sellers don't even know. When we'll pull a title and they'll be just totally shocked. And someone may be lying or whatever, but I think some of these people really don't know that existed on this property, right? Or they really don't even own it and they don't know they own it because they may have acquired it or there was a chain where a quick claim deed was done. Well, I'm sorry, normally they won't get to the ownership of them, but they may have acquired it through a quick claim, or they think just because, like my mom thought, I ain't put on the spot or whatever, but she thought just because my oldest brother, it automatically go to him. I said, that ain't how that works, man. I say, if you don't have a will, it go to all of your heirs equally. It don't automatically go to the oldest. We ain't in England or whatever. But so there's a proper chain, a proper way to purchase property. So part of the title company's job is to determine all that stuff. Do they really own it? Right? What's owed on it, if anything? Because those can be deal breakers. So yes, a title company is needed. So when do you need them? So do you go ahead and line one up once you get it under contract with a seller? And starting out, for sure, I say no, because you may be wasting your time, because you can do all of that. And once you get a buyer on the contract, it's a strong possibility they don't want to use who you're using. So now you basically wasted your time on that, right? And so I don't suggest doing that before you get an actual cash buyer in place, because they normally dictate who you're going to use as for the title company or who you're going to close with, because normally they're bringing all the money to the table and they're paying closing costs. So will you need a title company to wholesale real estate? Of course you will. So that answers that.
All right.
That's that on that.
Okay, we're gonna go on with some more questions.
You know what? We probably need to. You got the 5:30?
I don't think you told me they were good. Oh,
I don't think they're good. Let me see.
I haven't got no notification.
it was one more that was on the email. I can't remember which one you said.
Hold on.
No, ain't nobody scared for 5:30.
Morgan and Thurman.
I don't show 5:30.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, it is about that.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't show it, but anyway, okay. All right, so she says we got one, so we got one. All right, so anyway, guys, we're gonna roll up out of here. Hopefully, we'll have the audio and we'll have a more satisfactory opening tomorrow.
That's all you.
Yeah, that's all me. Trying to pressure thing. There's too much going on, but anyway, not complaining. So if you didn't get your questions answered, post them in the comments section of any video and answer those on a daily basis. This will go in replay mode on all of these platforms. So with that being said, we'll see you guys on the flip side.
Bye, guys.
Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you. you make your paper stack.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now?
205-964-5243. Now you know 205.